broken down in New York City and beyond. So this is Hemmings Motor News. My dad has had a subscription since like 1962 or something like that.
No way.
Seriously.
I don't go that far back, but I remember getting Hemmings to look at car prices and stuff like that.
Yeah. Whoa, T-37.
Wow, there it is.
I love this car.
You know what? It really grew on me. At first, I couldn't get over to grill because I was passionate about the GTO grill.
Oh, yeah.
But now, I kind of like it.
The car we're road tripping in this episode is our 1971 Pontiac T-37. In case you're unaware, the T-37 was the base model in 1970 and 1971. Me and Mike Finnegan pulled this out of a junkyard on an earlier episode of Roadkill. It was L&L Classics in Idaho. You might remember that I got it stuck on the ramp that Evel Knievel used to jump the Snake River, so that was pretty awesome. After that, Dulcich and I used it on an episode of Roadkill Garage, where we wanted to improve the handling on the car, and it turned into just a giant comedy of errors, switching the coil springs around, trying to get it right. And then we finally went out and raced the 6 quad, trying to make the thing handle out on those farm roads, and it was great, until the front suspension completely sagged out. Remember last time we worked on this, it was just a battle with the coil springs?
Oh, yeah, that was no romance.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Springs in and out and in and out, but it's got coilovers now?
It does. I had Lucky put those in because unfortunately the springs that you and I cut sagged out to the bump stops.
No way!
Yes. It was complete garbage.
Who thunk it, right?
I know.
Geez, of course they did.
Other than that, we got a bunch of leaks that need to be addressed. No. Trans mount that's falling apart.
Me.
Said the headlights aren't plugged in.
No, that can't be true.
And the wipers apparently work but have no arms. So that's our job for the next couple of hours, and then I guess we'll hit the road. This episode is completely selfish, and I don't care. You see, I've been all over the United States, including even Alaska, but there are 5 states that I've never been to, and we're gonna hit them all on this episode. We're starting right here in Vermont, then New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Delaware. But before we get to wrenching, we're gonna go have a look at the Hemmings collection. Doug Glad's gonna show us around.
Oh, great.
So this building is called the Sibley. It's named after Ed Sibley, who started a machine shop around 1880.
Wow, cool old place.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hemmings panel vans are iconic. Those are always on the cover.
Yep.
That's way back in the day. This is cool. This is my style.
I would drive this around anywhere.
There's a bunch of stuff here that needs to be fixed. First of all, these mufflers are about to fall off. Fortunately, the guys from Hemmings have an exhaust system that came off of their convertible Chevelle that we're gonna cobble under here too, so that, you know, we don't die. The transmission in this thing is a long tail housing out of a full-size car, and it's not really installed well, so the trans mount broke. Here we've got transmission fluid leak. Over here, there's an oil leak right at the filter. Up top, there's a coolant leak, and the power steering also leaks. There are other things under here that we're gonna have to address. This is goopy. Here comes Terry. Terry is an old friend from my publishing days. He worked on Hot Rod and Rod and Custom. What else?
Carcraft.
Carcraft, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But you've been here at Hemmings
15 years.
It'd be good if you can grab it by the pan so that we can
I just
pull the motor mount out.
Here's half the mount. There we go. We're talking about what to do to fix the trans mount situation, and I think that those guys are gonna weld a piece of metal on there for us that will just sort of adapt.
We have a buddy of Hemmings, Glenn here, and you've got everything sorted out to fix this. The problem is the spacing on the mount's not matching the bolt pattern in the transmission and the cross member, so we're gonna modify the mount with some outriggers to make the bolt pattern match, and I don't know if I can comprehend that complexity, but let's go fix it.
Vermont technology.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's hard to tell on camera, but the whole front nose of this car is from a different car. It's actually a slightly different color. It was that way from the junkyard we got it from. And Terry noticed that the headlights are completely unplugged, which might explain why they don't work. So we're gonna plug them in and hope that that does something good. Yeah.
You get them both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this side connected already?
Yeah. Have you met Terry? He actually works on the car. We plugged in the headlights. Hopefully they work. That's your cue, Steve.
Okay, headlights going on. Ready?
Yeah.
No.
You turned them on?
Yes.
Nothing. That's a bummer.
Oh, that is a complete nightmare. Now what?
Hey, Terry.
I like the way you think, Freiburger.
What's weird is we got no headlights, but there's a light on over here. Try brakes. Nothing.
Nothing.
Maybe just kick it more.
Don't be mean to the T-37. No kicking.
Does all this melted wiring mean anything to you? Look.
Really?
I don't want to fix this. Hey, Terry. Oh, gross. It's like hair growing in there. Okay, is this a 1056?
They all take the same bulbs, David.
I think you're right. Look at this. All I had to do is scrape a ton of rust out of this side, put new bulbs in it, and everything works. Look at the backup light. Functional.
What we found was the ground that was disconnected, and that's why the headlights weren't working, so I'm connecting that up right now.
Okay, we have a hot one. You know what that is? That's a BAM.
On. Off.
All of the taillights work, and guess what? Boom. All 4 headlights. Now we're gonna lift this thing up and get to work on other stuff. We have our modified transmission mount ready to install, thanks to Glenn.
You know what the major flaw in this is? Is the made in Korea mount that actually has a metric stud in it that we are going to ramrod a 3/8 nut onto because that's who we are and that's the time we have right now. Ready to come down?
Come on down. Glenn's custom modification was pure genius. I wish there was some way I could take credit for that.
Ramrod it, man. Oh, that looks like it's going on fine. You're not ramrodding that. I don't think it's metric. It just had some of that rubber in it, right?
Oh, it's metric.
Next job, I'm gonna try and tighten this transcooler line that's leaking everywhere. And then we will install exhaust, and then we will leave. This is the old exhaust system off of Hemming's '69 Chevelle convertible project. They put something good on there and gave us their rust. And these are actually the same car underneath, so it should fit perfectly. Right, we got one side basically on, another side of the exhaust that needs to happen. We got to zip tie some wires, then we'll put it down. We need windshield wipers. And also there's the heater hose that's about to explode that I need to solve. Unfortunately, the only belts we could get locally are industrial, which we really shouldn't use for automotive, but we're gonna.
The belt's too short.
This is too short. I put the wrong one on the wrong one.
Yeah.
I need to swap them. Good. Done. Last thing. We're gonna get some oil in this thing and then actually hit the road. It's 7 o'clock in the evening. And then tomorrow, we'll be to New Hampshire. The guys at Hemmings have been really awesome. We got a ton of work done on the car today. It had a million leaks. We fixed all that. Threw an exhaust system, changed the belts and hoses, and it's as good as it's gonna get. So we're gonna hit the road. Wow, sounds okay. Oh, and it's smoking.
Maybe it's just condensation.
Hopefully.
Well, we don't have collector gaskets, remember?
I don't think that's condensation. Will it do a burnout?
You bet it will.
Ah, lame.
I I was kind of a little disappointed, but the brakes are probably too tight.
They're way too good.
Yeah. It took off like a rocket, but it just wouldn't do a burnout.
We attempted to do a burnout. It's so gutless that wasn't gonna happen. It seems like the transmission's slipping, which is why Glenn's working on looking at the fluid. And unfortunately, we're also hearing a rod knock.
A rod knock or rod
several?
knock?
Yeah. So the philosophy here comes down to, do I want to destroy a 400 Pontiac? But if I do, I could turn it into a 455. So, I don't know. So last night we left the T-37 here in the parking lot. So what we're gonna do is listen more carefully and decide what's going on and feel like idiots.
Clear?
Yep.
Contact.
Oh, that's knocking, man. I hear what we were hearing last night.
I really don't know. I mean, if it was a rod knock last night, it wasn't severe.
There's a big exhaust leak at the intake manifold.
Not on this side.
There is here.
Really?
It's puking.
I was considering putting heavier grade oil in there.
Yeah.
We can use that as a diagnostic and see if it changes the sound.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here's what's going on. We can't decide if this thing does or doesn't have a rod knock, so we're just gonna drive it around and find out. Gotta warm up a little.
Yeah, this cold, dense air will give it extra pep, right?
Right. Oh, this thing runs good. This thing has that Pontiac torque.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I'm smelling carbon monoxide from that exhaust leak.
So am I.
Oh, I forgot how much we improved the handling on this car.
Yeah, things like a Porsche 911 Carrera.
Virtually. I want to get the oil good and hot and hear if it starts to knock.
Well, where you really hear it is where you de-accelerate lightly.
Yep. Wow. This thing actually runs pretty good.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Right now, my attitude is pour a can of goop in the motor and go. You can't say that we didn't exhaustively analyze this in the effort to not blow the engine up.
We didn't want to just execute the engine.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna solve all of our problems with chemicals.
Brilliant. That's all I can say.
Yeah? You wanna just go shopping?
Yeah, there's an auto parts back there if you want to go.
We're solving it with sauce. I got engine sauce, I have radiator sauce, I have power steering sauce, and I have transmission cure-all.
And I have a hot cup of Joe because
You
it's
do.
freezing out here.
Okay. First, I'll have you know that this says right on it, eliminates the noise. They were speaking our language. That was genius marketing right there.
We saw that we were sold.
Sold! Oh, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's gnarly. If that doesn't fix rod knock, nothing will.
I'm gonna do the radiator stop leakage.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to put the non-slip in the transmission fix?
Of course.
You need to be able to cut the nozzle.
We don't have a knife unless the video crew does.
Well, of course they do. I'll take this one.
Hey, watch the paint.
Is this a butter knife?
Why don't you use the sharp side of the blade, Steve?
I don't know if I'm qualified to use this thing. You got to remove it all the way.
You were going to. I've
got my hands full.
I'll just take this knife now.
This is actually stuck to my thumb. Can you help me out with that?
Get out of my way. That was ultimately the result he was hoping for, by the way.
How did you know, Freiburger? Oh, man, I got coffee up my nose. Oh,
See, that Dulcich charm kicks in and he thinks it works on me, but I've seen it for too many years. Remember last night we were all freaked out about Rod Knocked. This morning we decided to just take it for a drive and see what it would do. We drove it around, we feel pretty good with it. We decided to rebuild it with a whole bunch of pour-in sauce. I think we're going to be okay. We were so convinced that something was wrong with this engine that this morning we went and visited this guy Joe, who's like the local Pontiac guy, and he has a whole bunch of engines and parts and everything. He was gonna style us out with everything that we needed. But after motoring it, we're pretty convinced it's gonna be all right. And so we're just gonna hit the road.
Does it feel like the transmission's shifting way better now?
Feels like it has another 30 horsepower.
Wow.
Don't you think so?
I don't see any more smoke being emitted, and I don't smell the carbon monoxide, which is odorless anyway.
Everything's fixed. Main Street's pretty good.
Brick. They just don't make buildings out of brick anymore.
In case we haven't said it, Hemmings is in Bennington, Vermont. And this is the kickoff of our entire trip. So I've spent no time in the Northeast.
Neither have I.
This car is low.
But it's adjustable. If only we had the tools to actually adjust it.
Are you technically a Yankee if you're from Vermont? I guess anywhere in Northeast is a Yankee.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
Look, I knew something about football again.
It's baseball.
Oh. Oh, I see the general store now. Let's see. This is going to be a scraper, I think.
You got it. You got it. No problemo. Oh my gosh. This thing's on the ground.
It is.
Wow.
Yep. Whew. Cold. Got my blankets. Steve got his honey.
And syrup.
All right. You're local now.
That's right.
Okay, this buzzer is super irritating. Check this out. The buzzer goes off when you open the door. The key's not even in the car. When you shut the door, it goes off. Ah, freezing.
Nice and warm in here, though.
You gonna drink your honey? Close. So now you know what it's like to be an engine ingesting the motor honey, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the Lucas oil stabilizer.
I wonder
of
if this would take care of our potential rod knock problem.
It probably would. We were at the gas station just now, and this guy Paul walks up and he follows us. He's like, dude, my dad has 600 cars in the woods over here. I looked at the Google Earth view of this guy's place. There's cars everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. So we're gonna go check it out. Ooh, this is like full Dukes of Vermont. Whoa! That's the ground scraping. This thing is way too low.
It is. Yeah.
Wow, look at the neat little lake.
Oh, there's a beaver dam right there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Just imagine, this guy dragged 600 cars down this road in his life.
Wow, that's a lot of cars. That makes you look like a school choir boy.
Completely.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the burnout marks.
Oh!
This is a hardcore.
Whoa!
That is new levels. I give this guy credit. That's hardcore.
You're talking about 13 inches of thread on the ground right there.
Yeah, that was epic. Ooh, all of this stuff is great. Wow. This is gonna be so good. We made it. It's Paul, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Paul,
Man.
I'm Steve.
Nice to meet you.
How are
Thanks
ya?
for inviting us.
Yeah. Oh!
I could see the volume from here. This is super cool. We were filling up at a gas station, had an opportunity to see the real Vermont, not the tourist version. This guy, Paul, who recognized us, I guess from TV, and he's like, dude, 20 minutes from here, you can come see my dad's collection of 600 cars that are 1980 and older. Here we are, and we're about to have a look at the stash. Look how far they go out into the woods. This is cool. That is literally rotted into the ground.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at the super cab. That's bitchin'. R. Gregory, Diversified Service Tree Specialists.
Oh.
Yeah, look what I see in the back. Spider turbocharged 150 horsepower. You know what that's from?
Yeah, that comes from a Corvair.
Yep. This is the country sedan, but not the country Squire.
Is that
I
a
love that
71
wagon.
or 72?
72.
Oh, the side markers give it away.
Yes. I've never seen this many Corvairs in one place.
I like this Corvair.
This is the cool body style to
Yeah.
me, the second gen one.
Yeah,
The
me
first
too.
ones are not so snazzy. It's crazy. This is all a personal collection.
I know. Isn't that wild?
Dude!
1932.
It's a two-door sedan. Wow.
Been in here 50 years.
Right there, 50 years?
Yep, never
No
moved.
way. Wow.
And we're
It's got the engine crank.
tow truck that
Wrecker?
brought the
Oh,
cars
is this the
in.
one you were telling me about that brought all these cars in here?
Yes.
Totally functional.
Yes, still runs. We still actually use it.
The 57 Dodge.
Yeah, my father's owned this since he was 18 years old.
No kidding.
Whoa.
He's 79 now.
Oh, the interior's pretty good. Wow. We spent about 2 hours hunting around this place, and I could spend another full day. Unfortunately, the cars here are really, really rusty, but all the stainless and everything's really good, and there's so much to look at. I would just spend the day photographing it. We got to get out of here because we still have all of New Hampshire to drive through today. That was a great stop. That made it worth it.
Wow, what a find. You know, that's kind of like one of the joys of being on these trips. So now what?
New Hampshire.
Oh! Didn't you see that big rock?
I did. I thought I was just barely.
Oh.
Ah, this thing is way too low.
There's no ground clearance at all.
No. We're back on the highway.
Oh, there we go.
All right, Steve, when we cross this bridge, we will be in New Hampshire.
Really?
Yep.
New Hampshire. And look at the bridge. It's steel. It's a steel truss.
It said New Hampshire liquor store
Yeah.
coming up.
Me and my buddies are in New Hampshire for the first time.
Yeah.
New Hampshire. I think he used to go to New Hampshire to get liquor because it was cheaper and then the tax and laws are more lax.
In Vermont?
Yeah.
We left Vermin. We left Vermin and went to New Hampshire. I've had my fill of New Hampshire.
Really? I'm ready to move on too. I need some Massachusetts in my life.
Me too. I've seen the state I've never been in. And here it comes, entering Massachusetts. I think we're just gonna cannonball through the state. Our plan is to get as close to the Rhode Island border tonight as we can because we're starting to run short on days and I definitely want to get to New York City.
Let's go.
Is that actually Boston straight ahead of us?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is metropolitan Boston right before our eyes.
It says there's a tunnel up here. I hope we get to go through that.
Wow.
Wow, this is a long tunnel and it's like goes over bumps and corners and stuff. Oh, we lived.
Yeah, what a day.
That was a long day, Dulcich.
The T-37 treated us right.
Just keeps going.
Yeah.
Boston was cool.
That was good. And the skyline at night was pretty cool. Massachusetts, cross it off the list.
Tomorrow, Rhode Island. Woo! That is a brisk breeze.
It is.
So you know what, Steve? I was laying awake last night thinking about the whole debacle with the does it have rod knock or not? I'm thinking piston slap. Because think how it completely went away once it warmed up.
I'll buy that.
Here's something you need to know about Steve Dulcich. He goes to sleep every night watching documentaries on YouTube. He goes deep on all sorts of subjects.
I do.
Space, What else?
Tall sailing ships.
Whaling.
Whaling.
Exactly. So we're gonna go down and take you to the Moby Dick Memorial.
Bedford?
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
New Bedford. So apparently New Bedford was a major whaling center.
Oh, definitely.
Back in the day, and what are we talking about? Are we talking about 1700s?
Oh, no, the height of the whaling era was 1800s.
Here's the port of Bedford, though, New Bedford. Wow. Oh, look at all those fishing ships. That one's from Nantucket. There's the Whaling Museum.
Oh, okay. I like stuff like this. Whaling, tall ships, harpoons.
Dulcich is actually obsessed with this stuff. You think that's 1-to-1?
I don't think a whale's heart is that big.
I think it could be, although not from that whale.
Well, that's a blue whale right there.
Yeah.
You can tell what kind of whale this is, right?
Sure.
What? Well, look, it's got teeth. It's a sperm whale. It's not going to be able to bite off Ahab's leg with baleen, right?
It needs teeth.
Yeah, that's right. I want to take a look at this boat. Imagine manning this oar. This oar is like 28 feet long. Bro, they gave you the high five deal right there. Let's get back to the T-37 and hit the road.
Our Massachusetts goal achieved. Now we got battleships and then Rhode Island. This is like a vacation, Dulcich.
I know, it's like a sightseeing tour.
Oh, there it is. Military watercraft.
Wow, look at that battleship.
Oh, there's a submarine there too.
Yeah.
What we're looking at here is a handful of ships in Battleship Cove here in Massachusetts. That one right there is the USS Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. It was involved in the Cuban Missile Crisis. The submarine is the USS Lionfish from World War II. And then the big one is the USS Massachusetts.
That's a battleship.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, it's freezing.
All right, we're going to Rhode Island. Here we come. Ready? All right, Rhode Island.
We're here. Rhode Island.
Do you feel refreshed by the ocean breeze as we officially enter the city of Newport?
I feel really good.
It seems very New England-y based on the movies I've seen.
Yeah.
Vehicle loud mufflers are prohibited. That's what that sign said.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, we would have been kicked out of here before we got
think.
gentrified.
Maybe we gentrified our exhaust system or we'd be out.
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 Out. Yeah.
Get out of Newport now.
That's right. They would have kicked us out.
We're finally gonna break down and wrench on this thing. Sort of. It's been running hot. I think it's just puked too much water out of the little crack in the radiator that I fixed poorly. And it keeps cranking hard, like, and when it's doing that, you can hear it pinging. And Steve's theory is?
That the advanced mechanism is hanging up.
So we're going to lube that doohickey.
Yeah.
And, why isn't... All right, typical GM distributor like this, you have to remove the distributor cap, then I'm gonna have to remove the rotor, and we'll be able to see the advance weights there. I guess we'll fill that out of the video van cooler.
That's a good idea.
Wow. Okay, that works.
It was like this gust of wind just swept that right out of the back of the video van.
Yep. There we go. Okay, that's full.
So what I was looking for was whether the advanced mechanism was stuck, but I was able to turn it by hand and feel it and it just snaps right back. by the spring, so the mechanism is completely free.
All good?
We are road ready, my friend.
Good. Next stop, Times Square. Will it do a burnout yet? It will. I think we're just entering actual New York City.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been. Have you?
I've been to New York City, yeah, but it's been a long time since I've been, like, right down in Manhattan.
Wow, that bridge is awesome.
Yeah.
George Washington Bridge. Wow, look at all those apartments just packed in there.
Yeah.
We going in the Lincoln Tunnel?
I don't know. Oh, that's the Intrepid.
Wow!
That is the aircraft carrier Intrepid right there.
Wow!
That is so awesome.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a complete fish out of water here.
You don't want to run over these people.
I dig it.
Oh, thanks.
I dig it a lot.
She likes it.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
56?
No, it's a 71. We definitely attract attention here with this. Better hope this thing doesn't overheat.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for no gauges right now.
Uh-huh.
This is Broadway in New York City in a 1971 Pontiac that we pulled out of a junkyard in Idaho. What's really crazy is how many pedestrians are noticing us and like waving or thumbs up or shaking their heads or, hey, it's crazy. I feel it, this thing's hot.
I'm feeling a lot of heat, too.
Yeah. Ooh, I smell antifreeze now.
Oh, yeah.
Smell it?
A little bit, yeah.
It's puking.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, look at all the water we left. And here we are steaming it up in New York City. Oh!
That's the problem.
Yeah, there's a big crack in the radiator and it's dumping all the fluid. Here's what's going on. We are trying to cruise New York City. Everything was going pretty good. And an old repair on the radiator cracked open. So it's actively spraying out right now. And we're trying hard to get to our hotel before this thing absolutely
melts down
in the middle of wherever we are. It's really bad right now. I'm kind of stressed out. It is actively dumping all the water out of the radiator. The engine will seize. Do you see our guy?
That's a red light.
Ah, rats. No, I can't turn it off. I was just gonna run it, but you told me to stop.
No, I didn't. I said it was a red light.
I know. What's up? This thing is gonna be toast. We gotta get out of here.
We have to.
All right, come on. All right, we're pulling over. We gotta cool it down and get some water in it though. So this radiator has a giant hole in it and is actively puking. Of course, that means there's water still in it. Don't let that spray anybody.
Yeah, this radiator cap's wasted.
Yeah. Okay, that was the wrong move because now all the water's out of it. So now we have no radiator cap, right?
Just put a sock in it. It can't hold pressure anyway.
Yeah.
We're better off without a radiator cap.
Probably. The video guys brought me the cooler again. Yeah, we blew all the water out of there.
There wasn't that much left in there.
Man, you overheating?
Oh, yeah. You think? Steve's trying to fix the crack in the radiator with his gum, and it's getting super gooey and disgusting. Oh, that whole patch blew off.
It did.
Oh, you got it all over everything. We got a crowd.
To fix this at this point, what we need is a sock, an ordinary sock. And I'm willing to sacrifice one of these stylish black socks. It's a lost cause because the radiator cap exploded, but you can just take a regular sock, you stuff it in there like underneath the lip, like so.
Let's find out if it runs.
Yeah! I think the sock makes a good radiator cap because it allows it to not build pressure.
Right, the pressure right now would just be squirting out the other side.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't make Times Square, but I think that was still a major win anyway.
Yeah.
I loved it. Man, last night was one of the most memorable things in the history of Roadkill. I had
was awesome.
so much fun.
I know.
I admit, I was stressed to the limit.
Oh, you were.
I did not want to kill the engine. And so we got flex tape. We're gonna try and seal the big cracks in this radiator.
Well, I mean, if the gum shorted up temporarily, I'm sure the flex tape is better.
It's cracked pretty bad right there.
Well, I know it is.
Yeah. You can put on the new radiator cap. Ah, there's all sorts of gum.
The gum is gross, but it saved us.
How's your sock holding up over there?
This is life in New York City.
I got the piece of tape here. It's gonna go right there. This is gonna be a great science experiment to see if this tape actually holds. If it does, I've discovered like a new field repair for us. Okay, I think we're ready to rock. We're back to the chaos. All right, I'm worry-free about the Flex Seal. I think it's gonna work.
I have no anxiety whatsoever.
We're
It's nothing but
free.
open road now.
Yep. I'd like to see Statue of Liberty from a distance.
Okay.
What's up? Ooh.
Can I take a picture with you guys?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so you watch Roadkill?
I've been watching you guys in Saudi Arabia.
I've been to Riyadh.
Thank you so much, guys.
Very
right.
cool.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, cool. Thanks. Wow, that guy's been watching Roadkill since he lived in Saudi Arabia.
I know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. This is as good a place as any to cool this thing off.
And to check out
There it is.
Lady Liberty.
Yep. Well, it's overheating again bad, and I see water on the ground. But hey, there's the Statue of Liberty. That is not gonna stick.
Yeah. Oh, don't peel it off.
Why not?
Because what are you going to do?
We got the solder.
Okay, but you realize that this radiator is going to need to be drained down below that level to solder it.
I bet it already has been.
You think so?
It puked a lot.
That's madness, Freiburger.
Are you guys Roadkill?
Are you? Yeah!
Got free ice cream for you guys.
Oh, nice!
Whoa!
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Wow! Man, it just keeps coming and coming.
Whoa.
That is the greatest thing that's happened all day so
Look
far.
at that. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
That's awesome.
Anything else?
Thanks for watching.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but pure sunshine in New York City, man. New York City. There ain't no place like it in the whole world.
What Steve's doing here is soldering the big crack in the radiator. So the radiator is made out of brass or copper, and you need to use a silver solder in order to fix cracks or to adhere nipples to it or anything like that. So first, you clean it up as much as you possibly can. You don't want any water on the backside. Next up, you have to use some flux in a little can with a little brush, and when you put that on the surface, it sort of prevents the solder from beading on it. It sort of helps it flow. And then Steve's also going in with a torch and sort of melting it in afterwards.
Man, that's runny. So the trick here is to get the solder to fix the crack.
You've done better work.
Probably have.
You caught the fan shroud on fire. That's not an elegant job, but it might be functional.
All right, you gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them. That's either gonna seal
Or it's
not.
not. Next, I'm gonna cut the end of this radiator hose off because it seemed to have a little crack in it. Why risk it? Okay. So Steve's scheme was to go inside this restaurant and get a pitcher of water. Did you actually pull that off?
Yeah, there's a very nice lady in there behind the bar.
Yeah?
Boom.
If you get most of that in the radiator, it'll be great.
I'm
Wow.
getting almost every drop in the radiator.
That was a true Dulcich move right there.
New York City water.
Yo!
Yeah.
Another roadkill guy.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty good at this New York driving thing.
Yeah, I know.
You've noticed?
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah. Ooh, there's a hot dog right there. Dude, style me with my first New York cart hot dog. Basically, it only needs mustard. Let's see if Dulcich knows.
Let me have 2 hot dogs with mustard.
I hope he didn't get a whole bunch of goofy condiments on this thing.
Thanks, my man.
That it only needed mustard. What did you get on my hot dog?
I got you just mustard.
Oh!
What?
Man, it's like you read my mind.
Okay. How's your dog?
That's perfect. Thanks, Steve.
Don't sweat, Maddie.
I see Empire State Building. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Now I feel the heat through the floorboard. Not puking.
No?
Maybe it's all gone. Hey, your solder's holding up pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, me too.
Although my feet are now baking.
I've been feeling pretty good the whole time, though.
That's because you're not driving. You can just basically go psh, like you do and open the door and just walk to the nearest bar.
Is that what I do?
Yeah.
Um,
You would go.
I would find myself annoying in that case.
Well, you can't say we didn't get the full New York experience.
Oh, we did.
Nice cooling breeze. Well, goodbye, New York City. It was pretty good.
It was.
Hey, look, New Jersey! Dulcich, we're in New Jersey.
And now, Pennsylvania. Here we are.
Pennsylvania. Steve, this is state number 8 by my calculation.
Yes, Pennsylvania.
Only one more state to go, and it's the last state that I haven't been to, and that's Delaware. It's a long way to Delaware. I don't know. Oh! That was hardcore.
Oh, that was a clunk.
Welcome to the morning of our last day from the highway in the Pontiac. We're heading south from Philly into Delaware. That will be the final state that I need in order to be at all 50. If this thing makes it with the exhaust system intact. Because, man, that was bad.
That was full bottom out.
I detect that after overheating in New York, there might be a little bit more oil smoke coming from the Pontiac.
That's possible.
Did you notice when it was really hot, not only does it idle faster, which is strange, but the oil gets thinner and you can hear it like slapping or knocking.
There's more clatter for sure.
Yeah. Delaware!
No way!
We made it!
Yo!
I'm gonna stop just shy for the celebration. Pull way over here. Did it! Yes!
Boom, right there.
And with that, I will be in all 50 states as soon as I cross the line. Ready?
That deserves a bro shake.
Yes. Bam. And boom!
Delaware!
I have 2 bits of bad news. We have no brakes at all.
Okay, I knew about that.
Yeah, none, nothing. And the other thing is some guy posted on my social that I've actually been to Delaware before.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, Drag Week 2019, when you drove from here to there, you went through Delaware. Thank you, Buzzkill. I was like, well, I don't remember it, so it doesn't count. Anyway, I guess we'll try and do a burnout with this thing, but the brakes almost don't exist.
It lasted long enough, though. That's pretty commendable.
That's typical roadkill. Ready?
Yeah.
Man, we did it. I have finally hit all 50 states of the United States. But you know what? It doesn't end there. You can always get in your car. You can always find a new road. It doesn't have to be in far-flung corners of the country. You can find them in your own neighborhood. Just drag your junk out of the garage. Don't get it right. Get it running. Grab a friend. Make a goal and do it. I did it, and it just happens to involve all 50 states. But you know what? There's more adventures to be had, just like we will do on every episode of Roadkill. All right, you want to go shut the trunk for me?
No way.
Yeah.
I don't want to get out there. It's cold.
I know.
Yeah. You've got that beard to keep you warm.
Mr. Dulcich would request that the production assistant come and shut the trunk for him so he does not have to experience any chills. Man, what is wrong with you?
Someone teach Freiburger how to shut the trunk.
Oh